USDT is now live on Kaia, the affiliate blockchain of Line, Asia's leading messaging and social platform with over 200 million users. This launch brings stable digital dollars into the Line ecosystem, enabling fast, secure transactions for gaming, rewards, and decentralized apps. USDT and Kaia, powered by Tether, trusted by millions.
All right, guys, we are back. And October, I know tomorrow is Halloween. So before we get into everything that is happening, I gotta ask, Katrina, what is your Halloween costume this year? You gotta be creative. Come on.
I know. I think there were so many trending topics this year that I was so interested. I think me and my friends are going to dress up as Sister Hong. Do you know Sister Hong?
Wait. Why Sister Hong of all
So
people?
I have a lot of gay friends, and we all decided to dress up as like Sister Hong. So I think because some of us already has like black hair, we'll just tie up our hairs like that, and everybody has like
Okay.
skirts already. So we're going to dress up as Sister Hong. There's going to be a group of people in Manila that are dressed up as Sister Hong or Uncle Red. Different
Okay,
locations.
guys, if you're watching the live stream and you be like, hell yeah, I love Halloween and I also want to, dress up, maybe comment, what this year, what are you gonna be dressing like? Unfortunately, I am not someone that is creative, so I don't know. Maybe I'll dress up like a carrot. I have no idea. But how has October been? I mean, just looking at the market, finally, fingers crossed, we done token 2049, we done the major event this year, and I think like for the first time ever after like 2 weeks, it's just really staying put, not going anywhere, head down, working. But how was the whole experience? I feel like the intensity started ever since like, I don't know, maybe mid-year, all the way from like Taiwan to Korea to from Vietnam, from Malaysia, from Vietnam, and all the way to Singapore. How was the whole experience or like the whole Asia tour for you?
Actually, it was really great because I think we stepped in the right timing as well of coming into Taiwan Blockchain Week with good news, like WebEx also with bringing a lot of good news to the community itself. We're really very excited on what's going to happen next. And yes, the experience itself, like coming into the last part, which is like the token 2049, but we still had a few events that we still went to as well. Like we went to Thailand still for BitCup Summit, and we also did an event with the Shanghai Builder community as well. So that's quite still, we're still there. We're still, I think
Okay,
there's a
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. My tour stops at token 249, but Kaia people still keep on going. Yeah, man. Talking about Shanghai Big Cup, I heard like the Big Cup event was crazy.
yes.
Registration, a number of people joining the event was madness. Okay, and I saw someone wrote that they're gonna dress up as a Flying Dutchman this in Halloween. So guys, please take a photo. Say GM, maybe tag Kaia, like G Kaia, or go Kaia, and then I'd love to see what you guys have dressed up for. But as always, today is town hall. So guys, like, retweet the space. If this is your first time coming into the town hall, be like, all right, I maybe know Puke, but who is this lady beside Puke? Katrina, could you, a little bit introduce yourself?
Sure, no problem. Thank you so much. Hi guys. I think you've seen me from last week's. I'm sorry, not last week, last month's town hall as well. I'm Katrina. I'm a marketing manager at Kaia. I have been with Kaia for at least 3 months or so and counting, I hope. And I've been delivering a lot of activities with Kaia. I've done events with Kaia and also doing the socials and stuff. So I've been around and I've been working a lot with Puke as well with everything for the Kayak community. So yeah, very excited to be here as actually a guest this time, right? Puke. I am considered now as a guest, not just a side.
I feel like we have good synergies. I don't know.
Yeah.
Moving forward, I feel like you're the spokesperson for Kaya. Why? Because when I was at Token 2049 and
Mhm.
I walked into the room before Sam was speaking, you were there conducting and become the MC for the day. And so, like now seeing you at the second time in a row doing the town hall feels like next month, end of the month, I'm gonna see you again. And congratulations for your new role. You are now officially my co-host of Town Hall. All right, enough of all this. It's time to talk about October highlights. And I know there's just so much stuff that we need to cover today. So let's get to it. First off, see, the handsome Sam is here, and you were actually at this stage. This is the exact moment where I walk in and I saw Katrina. It's like, and she's like, all right, I'm nervous, but I'm gonna do a stellar job. So tell us, Token 2049, how was the Kaia Summit 2024?
It was quite exciting, definitely. So thank you for dropping by the way. It was the first day before the Token 2049 festivities actually really started. So we're lucky enough to get at least a lot of attendees coming into Kaia Summit. So Kaia Summit, it wrapped up and it has a resounding message, basically. Asia's stablecoin momentum is really accelerating and it's unstoppable. So we're not just observing. Kaia's just not there to observe everything that is happening around. We're actually going to be there building the critical infrastructure that would actually connect. Even you could see that in the presentation, like the fragmented Asia. We're trying to build it or bridge it across to each other and create a critical infrastructure that will definitely connect the fragmented stablecoin markets across the region. So the summit actually really showcased a lot of the power and potential that stablecoin has that really can transform the finance in Asia Pacific. So it's very excited to be part of that too.
Got
You've
it. And
seen
I think it's been maybe 3 months or 4 months or even longer than that you guys
Mhm.
have been actively pushing stablecoin narrative, right?
Mhm.
I think like you guys were one of the pioneer project that was saying, hey, pioneer ecosystem that say Asia stablecoin we want to be. Like, look at the title itself, Asia stablecoin liquidity hub, right? And I think like just seeing, here and all of the different countries that you guys been targeting, you guys are at the forefront of it. So I'm really excited to hear more about it. And obviously, we have a panel. There are tons of like great builders from Kaia as well. Could you share a little bit people who has been looking at Kaia on the timeline, didn't attend the event or couldn't have the opportunity? What are some of like the hottest topics, I don't know, gossips, updates that has been shared on the panel?
Of course, the panel is actually comprised of different partners that we're already working with or having conversations with, right? So some of the panelists really painted the future basically of what's going to happen with institutional players, how they're actually embracing the stablecoin super apps. And it's not just like for programs and financial infrastructures, right? It will go beyond the payments infrastructure, remittance infrastructure, and a lot of even the investors have also spoke about how interesting it is to come into investing all of these products that are coming out to help stablecoins, because they see the potential and they see that the growth of stablecoins within Asia, or how it can actually help integrate a better financial integration for Asia itself, is really, really very positive. So the talks in there was really, really fun. So majority of the people that are there are from JPYC. We have IDRX and a few investors as well that shared their opinion about stable coins and what's happening in the market itself. So it's quite exciting. We have a video that is still, I think it's still on in YouTube and as well as on Twitter, the whole live Kaya Summit. So if you want to learn more about it, it's still there and it's available.
Okay, yes, if you guys have the time, highly recommend to watch it, because I was there for some of the panels, and the people, the insights, and the discussion and the topic that talk about was great. And guys, I know you can't see the crowd because it's all the panel pictures, but I was there and it was packed and everyone was, it's cool because you have bin bags as well, where you can just chill on the bin bags while listening to panel. So I think like that is pretty exciting. Next off, I think this is something that I really want to highlight, because a good ecosystem is as good as the mini dapps or the products that is building on that. And I know that there is 3 particular products that you guys are very focused on, and I think like this product will shape what Kaia is going to be like. So Katrina, please show to me.
Definitely. These three incubated products that were shared in Kaia Summit are quite exciting. But of course, I could not miss out on mentioning Linex sharing about the stablecoin powered items in the market and the use cases itself. So definitely not going to miss out on sharing that, because Linex has still a big number or a big chunk of wallets that are very active. So the things that you shared about the 15 million GMV in 50 days, the 90% USDT repurchase rate has really have gone up. So that was a quite interesting presentation from Linex itself. So I'll begin with the first three. The three products that were shared in the ecosystem during the summit. So number one is Super Earn. I think you've heard this a lot. They have been able to waitlist around 9,500 plus people ever since they started to share it. I think it during WebEx. So it all across, I think, Korea, Japan, and Singapore. That's a big number that they have. And all of these partnerships as well were signing up for it. So it was really very excited. But Super Earn is actually an institutional grade multi-chain stablecoin yield infrastructure that is offering 7% APY. So don't fade. So here we
Really
go. Don't
sexy.
fade Super
Yes,
Earn.
don't fade Super Earn.
So yeah, it's a secure platform. It's smart. It's simple. So it's going to really help out a lot of these people that are looking to have more use case for the Kaia themselves, right? For any tokens that they want to have more yield. So it's quite interesting to have. Do you have any question with Super Earn? Because Super Earn is
No,
really
I
good
feel
for
like Super itself, guys, the name itself, come on. Like, I know Katrina has been explaining, but just look at the name. It's Super
Super.
and it's Earn. And you guys know that, Kaia is, bullish on stablecoin narrative, working with
Mhm.
tons of institution. And I think, like, if you go to token 2049 or just see on the timeline, everyone is talking about institution, right? More institution are coming in, more, people are putting money, resources into it, more, I would say, real narrative. We are going over to, DEXs, perp DEX, better APY, better quality in terms of like integration with all of these Web2 products. And so, like, our guy said it, don't fade Super Earn. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say it. Can Kaia, all right, see, hold on. Someone said, can Kaia properly lead the DeFi market? FYI, guys, we are already leading it. And with Super Earn, we will lead even more. All right, next product. Come on.
It's already happening. That's correct. So maybe let's talk about alpha, having alpha, right? Next is alpha sec. It's outlined as a high performance order book DEX. It roadmaps featuring CEX level slippage, 5% leverage trading, and sub 10 ms fill times for Kaia token. So really, most of the projects that are being incubated in Kaia are making your Kaia tokens really work for you and help out other ways to actually, have a use case for this. So DeFi protocol for this is like really very exciting. I think one of the things that Alpha Sex coin word is market where every second turns into alpha. I think that's my favorite line from them. It's like market that makes
Repeat.
every
Okay, you
second.
gotta repeat it. One more time.
Okay. AlphaSec, market where every second turns into alpha, right? Doesn't it make you also like think like,
I feel like the name is like perfect, right? You got Super Earn. It's earning superly well. And then you have Alpha Sec. Every second it's an alpha. Okay.
yeah,
All right. Branding on point. Congrats to the person who created the product. That is a good branding.
congratulations. Remark, I see. Paolo even knows. All right. Moving on to the third one, which is hand finance. Hand finance is actually created by some of the Kaya degens or Kaya holders. They wanted to create a cornerstone for Kaya's money Lego ecosystem to help holders unlock value from locked liquidity through innovative asset leverage. So it has like a lot of use case that they wanted to share, but since it's not live yet, but it actually has like a beta test net launch was recently. So we're going to talk about it a little bit later because I think it's part of my presentation too. So yeah, it's hand finance is for Lego. So it's built by Kaya Degens. So I think this is a quite interesting um incubated product as well. So basically making your Kaia tokens work for you as well. Another option, right?
Okay. Okay. Sounds like so guys, take note. This is the three products that you guys need to highlight on, right? The first one is Super Earn, the second one is Alpha Sec, and the third one is Han Finance. And if you are new on Kaya today, before you do anything, like we treat the space first, okay? FYI, so that more people can hear about this. But check out these three products. And if it's like, all right, where should I get started? These three products is literally right in front of you. Get started with it today. All right, next up, we've been talking a lot about the Kaya Wave Summer Hackathon, and finally, it has been judged on that day during Token 2049. So please share with me how many participants, how hard it is for them to finally to reach this stage. So shout out to the three teams that has won. Katrina, tell me more information on this.
Sure, no problem. I think the the DevRel team had really worked hard to get the right people. We did have 94 qualified submissions, so that's already big. I think the number of the actual submissions I don't have, but the qualified one that they've searched through has been 94.
95
So
is a
there's
lot. 95
yeah,
is a lot.
yeah.
And in order to cut 95 to only three people, shout out to the team as well for being
Echo
able
DevRel
to
team.
eliminate one by one. Yeah.
Yeah, build on Kaya team. Oh my god, the people here like worked really hard. So we actually had 5 finalists to hit the stage in the Kaya Summit turn, but we had 3 that actually won, and the biggest winner is actually Lucky Savings app. It's introduced as a lossless. It's quite interesting. You'd see them now in our social media pages. They've been tagging us as well. And I'm hoping that they're building more and creating more of the community that could actually use Lucky Savings app. And the second runner up is KiloLend XYZ. It's developed as an AI powered lending solution. And the last one is Senja Labs, which is a permissionless lending on Kaya. So it's another lending opportunity. So it's quite interesting because a lot of the qualified submissions are really focused on DeFi and stablecoins. So I think even the Echo DevRel team are still continuously having conversations with the 94 qualified submissions. A lot of them are still on conversation with the team that is building the community. So it's not just because of like the hackathon, they continuously having that relationship in order to have maybe to help them more because they're quite interesting products, right? This is something that Kaya shouldn't ignore. So we all know to take care of this relationship and eventually probably have more opportunities for them in the future, right? Possibly another hackathon or probably a program for them, like for builders program, right? I think it's a great idea.
Got it. All right. Next up, you said that you wanted to, talk more about Han Finance. There you go. More about Han Finance.
Yes, so Han Finance, like I mentioned, it's actually built by some of the degen of Kaya holders. So it's quite interesting that they have already launched a testnet page. So if you're interested, please go over to their Twitter account, and it's actually readily available now because they launched it on October 16. So please go ahead and try it out. I mean, nothing beats learning about it than actually being in it and actually learning and what it is, right? So Han Finance, it's a first phase of basically one of the DeFi products incubated in Kaya ecosystem. The main goal is to actually build a cornerstone for Kaya's money, right? Providing you with a stability first protocol. It's engineered by all builder team, which is all the degen team as well. They're going to unlock all of the full potential through staking, wrapping, and a CDP. It's powered by Kaya, so it's basically incubated by Kaya, with looping strategies provided in collaboration with Super Earn. So it will enable users to actually maximize the capital with efficiency without selling their Kaya, with potential returns up to 65% APR. So that was kind of long, but
Okay. So Han Finance will be integrated with Super Earn as one of the function, or it's like a separate product.
it will be basically to be able to be working together. I cannot provide more details on that side, but
Mhm.
yeah, but basically they'll be working together.
That's it. Holy 65
Wholly
APR.
65%. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. And next up, we got to talk about chaining CCP.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. It's another update on the builder side. So Chainlink CCIP is now live on Kaya. It's going to build a cross-chain app that will make it easier for everyone. For developers, it's going to be cross-chain messaging, programmable token transfers, rate limited lanes, and audited security and monitor. Unfortunately, I am not a very techie person, so I suggest to please go and follow Build on Kaya. There is a Medium article on how this is going to work, especially for builders. I'm not a good person for very techie stuff, but please go ahead and check that out. But we've talked about it and learned that it's very beneficial to a lot of builders, and it's another option, right,
Yeah.
for a lot of
So
builders, especially for
so
cross chain.
to the 93 people that apply for it, this update is for you. Okay, I too am not
94,
someone
94.
that yeah, I too am 94. I am too not someone that is technical. So
Mhm.
this is something that for the technical people, or if you guys are actually out there wanting to build on Kaya, I mean the demand is huge, right? And Kaya is one of like the top chain right now in Asia. So this update will be for you. Okay, next up we
Oh,
have the Kaya 2.1.0 release notice. This one is a little bit funny because I was actually just learning about MEV like 12 hours ago.
wow.
And it was funny because I think an article came and was telling like basically MEV, it's how when one transaction happens there is
Yeah,
a lot of like loss, I would say like cash or transaction amount that lost in the system. And so like MEV, or it can prevent, or like how fast the latency of that transaction happen, and then the money can be lost in time. I was like, oh shit. Then when I was just scrolling onto this, I was like, okay, okay. Then I know that there is also a lot of people that have bounties that try to
yeah.
help and reduce the MEV. So Kaya is up trend in terms of doing stuff like that. But is there any things that you guys want to introduce? Because I saw that you guys are saying introducing MEV auction support. What is that? How can people join?
So it will actually let the network nodes bid fairly to reorder transactions for extra profit. So really still benefiting a lot of people that are going to be using it, right? And also improve storage efficiency, speeds up data handling, and enhances stability, which you already mentioned as well during your research. It makes it easier. So all without even needing a hard fork. So this makes Kaya smarter, more efficient, and more reliable for users. So go ahead and read it as well on the Build on Kaya Twitter account. I think it's also a great read for you builders out there, and it's quite interesting to see another option. Right? It's really, really, really quite. The last two updates are both for builders. It's really great for them to actually see this as another opportunity to build on Kaya because
Yeah,
of
there
the
it is.
benefits.
Calling out you guys. This is it. Okay, next up. Falcon Finance, Kaya and USDT on Kaya now live on Falcon Finance. So I think like this is just another
Yes.
place where you can go and get your Kaya on USDT.
Yes, yes. There's so many giving a lot of people another option. So basically, Falcon Finance has expanded its collateral options to include Kaya token itself and even USDT on Kaya network to enable all of the users to actually mint USDF. So an over collateralized synthetic dollar. So once you mint that on Ethereum, it can be staked as USDF and its yield bearing counterpart offering attractive return. So that's very PR answer, but oh yeah, look at Paulo what mentioned is Falcon Finance actually has like 2 billion TVL. So I
the
think
the
this is
the funny thing is we work with surgeons, and they're the one that I was cooking Falcon Finance, and the whole concept of staking your USDT, getting
yeah.
USDTF, which is a synthetic one where you can now have your money to do other
Mhm.
stuff, and I think like that is really interesting. So if you guys do not just want to stake, but you want to stake and you want to use your USDT to degen at other place or buy different stuff on Kaya chain, then now you can use Falcon Finance to get your synthetic USDTF and USDTF, and then now buy more, I don't know, meme coins maybe.
So another option. Ooh, really cool.
in super earn. I don't know. Alpha Sec. All right. Next up, this is a big announcement.
Yes.
Kaia Binance. Tell me. I mean, every time when someone said Binance, it's just like, whoa, right? So tell me what's happening. What's the cook with Kaia and Binance?
I mean, let's be honest. When you come into Web3, it's one of the apps that people deliberately ask you to download. Download Binance. This is one of the things that you can use for off ramp and on ramping, right? And people are just
Yeah.
like, oh, the P2P experience is there. Everything I've learned on how to get my money from the token that they sent to me, my stable coins, I learned it from Binance. So this is quite really big for me as well. So it's the biggest news for the month. Binance is now supporting the USDT deposits and withdrawals on Kaia network. This actual integration offers the users the most efficient, cheapest way to move your stablecoins. So unlocking trusted access to deep stablecoin liquidity, it enables a seamless USDT transaction on Kaia. So Binance is actually giving the users the opportunity to do it faster, low cost, and making cross-border payments in decentralized finance more accessible than ever. To be honest with you, I have a side note. When we went to BitCub Summit, there were a lot of people that oh, I'm cutting off. Sorry. There were a lot of people that are not using Binance, but they use Binance Global. So we did mention to them that USDT on Kaya is actually available. So it was piquing their interest, like, what? This is possible? We can actually do that. And we told them, like, actually, this just happened last week. So the timing of sharing that to them was quite exciting,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, it's really fresh out of the hour, and the news is still hot type of news. So
Yeah.
that's that's good to hear. All right, moving on. Another place where Kaya USDT is on, and this time it is reaching Indonesia.
Yes. Now, I think you also familiar with Toko Crypto. Toko Crypto is one of the biggest names basically in Web3 for Indonesia itself. So having USDT live on Toko Crypto is really a major milestone, especially for Indonesia. So you know that we're really partnering up with stablecoins with them, right? The IDRX team already have like an MOU on that, but we're continuing the giving another option for people to use USDT on Kaya as well. So yeah, it's quite exciting.
All
Oh,
right,
yep.
got it. Next up, Kaya and PDEX.
Yes. Move on to another Southeast Asian company. Oh, sorry, company country.
How many? You just gotta tell me, like, okay, how many USDT collabs? You have Falcon Finance, you have Tokopedia. Do I call this PDEX?
PDAX, yes, PDAX, yeah.
PDEX. Yeah, you have PDEX. Just
Oh,
more collab, more, please, more.
more.
Come on.
I think you're going to be very happy by November as well. There's so much more. I think for now it's growing. It's a growing number. It's going to be a lot more. So I'm not going to give out the number yet because I want everyone to be very excited for the next coming ones. So yeah, definitely. So we're bringing it over to the Philippines. So again, cheaper, faster, more secure way of
Home
actually
ground,
digital asset. Yeah, that's what it means.
PH,
Like PAX
home
means
ground.
yeah, it's going to be faster and easier for everyone to actually transact or trade in. Yeah, so people who are commenting more reach, more adoption. So the more that we are available in different countries, it's easier for everyone to also um, know about Kaya. So we're really very excited, and this helps out the whole foundation itself, right? The more the more distribution that we do to different countries, the more we're also more stable. The more that we're creating for the stablecoin infrastructure to move forward, right? It's going to be more exciting. So yeah, okay, we move on to BitCup Summit.
Yeah,
I see
as they're gonna
already.
tell me this because I heard the numbers is like crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it's mixed with Web 2 and Web 3. It reached around 60K attendees. And that's even like deepest condolences to our um, Thai followers. They actually lost their queen during the time, and it was quite still. A lot of people still came on the first day before the queen died, I think, and still the numbers were really big. I think because the trust in the BitCub community was really big as well. Like the founders as well, they trusted all of the people that are building BitCup. So it was quite interesting to be there. And we did see like there's a big benefit on reaching out to this community itself because it makes the connection for stablecoin orchestration layer become more available for everyone because we were also educating a lot of people about what stablecoin is, what cryptocurrency is, because it was a mix of Web 2, right?
Mhm.
So Web 2 and Web 3 event itself. So it's a lot of people that came in. So yeah, it was quite exciting. Yes, Paolo,
Got it. I mean,
60K
like,
attendees.
yeah,
Yeah.
60K attendance is crazy. I do not know whether how much you think roughly token day one, like each day in token, 100,000
Oh my god, I
lesser.
don't probably. I mean, but think about it as well because it's a mix of Web 2. They're also putting some time to educate a lot of people on it too. So there might be a few, but there might be a lot too. Like a lot
Okay,
more.
sounds good. Like every time when there is a oh, okay, Paulo. Like today, Paulo is like our dictionary, right? So like you just ask him a question, and then he will get the answers for you right away.
Yeah.
Token draws 10K foot traffic, so
Okay.
it's
There we
like
go.
pickup is like 6 times more. And this is not builders. This is like retail real users.
Yeah,
So it's
retail users, man.
yeah, retail users. It's a crazy number. Okay, from I know I stopped from token, but you guys continue the tour on to Big Cup Summit in Thailand, and then over to Shanghai as well. Tell me more
Mhm.
about Shanghai.
So Kaya Shanghai Blockchain Week meetup was really focused on builders because there's a lot of community that are actually building in Kaya. So I'll share with you the actual sentiment that happened when Larry and also John was there. So ni hao, the sentiment for Kaya is very positive and it's very strong, especially for all of the builders' perspective. A lot of the Web3 activities happening in China that might not be noticeable from the outside, especially around stablecoin and RWA strategy. We're also collaborating with the Shanghai Blockchain Week Association and held our own event on Blockchain Industry Park that is actually built by Blockchain Biz. So that's actually a big name. Although crypto is still a gray area. I think we know that about China itself.
Yeah.
And businesses are not allowed to issue or trade tokens. Many companies are already creating or building a Web3 strategy. So people are very bullish about Kaya and our stablecoin strategy. So I think that's very good news as well, right? Don't you think so?
I mean, as long as Kaya is at that particular country, setting up, meeting people, people are getting to know Kaya, the interests are high. I think that's always a W for you guys, right? And you guys
Yeah.
have been crushing it this year ever since. And last but not least, Asia future is stable. Repeat after me. Three, two, one. Asia's
Future.
future is stable. That's it. All right, guys. This is an update, and this is a crazy update. And I know like Kaya has always been wanting to, I would say, have the token work for the users. And I
Yes.
know that I hold Kaya, you hold Kaya, Paulo here holds Kaya, everyone that is tuning in, the 2,420 or 21 just now. Some guy left because he didn't hold any Kaya. But people who are tuning in, they hold Kaya. And tell me more. How many more updates, especially Q4, you guys are cooking up? And what is it that the tokens can do instead of just waiting for the price to go up and down? I feel like the token can be staking. We have synthetic. We have so many things that's happening.
Yes. So actually, one thing that we spoke about on like what we can give as an update to all of the community members is that they can expect more DeFi updates for sure, and making sure that majority of the products that we'll be sharing is that we are making sure that your Kaya tokens will actually work for you. So it's not limited to just, partnerships that you see randomly, but this is actually built on a strategy to help you more to have that to make your Kaya work more for you. So that's the main goal, right? So I think that's one sentiment that I can share since I cannot share all of the partnerships that are going to be announced and everything. But you know what, Puke, our
Yeah.
community is very smart. They're always even ahead of us before we announce anything. They're always on the lookout. They know what's happening, and they're just like the first one to post it. And we're like, man, why did you post it already? Like, when
Okay.
when we haven't have an emotional aspect, they're really quick and smart. So it's really really good to have. Yep.
What time is it? What time is it now? It
Oh,
is the wheel of name time because once we talk everything that's happening in October, the next thing is we always have tons of questions from the community. So guys, if you are tuning in, like, retweet the space and join the Discord, because the Discord is where a lot of the discussion is happening. Things that you want, one thing I gotta say, the question is not just one line, guys. The question is actually like passage. Why? Because you could see how much interest people have in terms of asking a project, wanting to know it. So if you guys have any question, the live stream is not the right place actually to ask, because it's like, it's going live. It's so intense. It's the best way for you to get your answers answered is going on to Discord, putting out there. Every end of the month, we randomly draw a few questions, but then all of the questions will be answered on Discord. So that is how you gotta do it. All right, time to spin.
stop. 500.
you
Whoa. Whoa.
gotta use you gotta use this 500 Kaya and just take it on Super Earn. That's what you gotta do. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
guys. So first is 500, and let me see what are the questions that we're gonna go. Let's go to the first question. If Kaya integrates its payment system with major e-commerce platforms such as Shopee, shout out to
Mhm.
Shopee. I'm Malaysian. I use Shopee. QOO10 from Japan. It could significantly strengthen the real world utility of stablecoin and establish itself as a leading player in Southeast Asia. Benchmarking partnership models that demonstrate scalability and reliability, such as the base Amazon collaboration. Oh, shit, I did not know that. Could also serve as an effective strategy. In addition, improving accessibility in essential of mass adoption. Could you please share any ongoing projects or potential partnership discussion related to this direction? This is a good question.
I know. I think I really like this question as well. As a user of Shopee, I think it's also great significance if we ever have that. But of course, one of the goals of Kaya's orchestration layer is to help both enterprises and SMEs, right? To grow their market share by allowing them to accept stablecoin payments more efficiently, facilitating broader cross-border commerce. So actually, at this stage, we're focused on building the infrastructure in various components of the orchestration layer for now. But we are also at the same time speaking with the potential partners to launch, use cases on top of the layer. So everything from cross-border commerce to remittances, those are the types of companies that we're speaking with, but we cannot of course mention it yet. Once we have an official announcement, we'll definitely share, but that's the main goal, and I hope that answers their question. And they get 500 Kaya too, so how exciting is that?
So easy, guys. If you have an interest, ask it. Hope, fingers crossed, hope that you get selected here. And voila, that's it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you gotta DM me, send me some gifts. I don't mind. And then I can roll it with my magic finger for you guys. All right, let's
Yeah.
stop.
Stop.
All right.
Ooh, that's okay.
100. That's okay. That's okay. Not as great as 500, obviously, but still prizes. All right, still prizes. Okay.
It's true.
The next question, right? In the
Mhm.
Unify app scheduled for release later this year, is there any
Mm.
burn mechanism or structural design intended to increase the value or price of Kaya?
Oh.
Specifically, I like to know whether the team is considering a model in which core app activity such as stablecoin swaps, remittance fees, or yield service fees could contribute to Kaya burning or sustainable value appreciation. It seems that a transaction fee based burn model alone may not be sufficient to offset the current daily issuance inflation of over 800,000 Kaya.
Yeah. We actually really agree on this point itself, like the question and the points that were shared. Since Kaya's gas fees are extremely low already, I believe it's very difficult to offset inflation through that alone. So that's precisely why we're focusing on expanding services such as Unify, AlphaSec. We believe Kaya must capture protocol revenue to achieve the sustainable growth that we're trying to look for, right? Within Unify, we plan to include all of the key activities you've mentioned. Unify is the service, and most important factor is revenue. There are various ways we can actually leverage that revenue to enhance the value of Kaya token, and we are, of course, open to and considering using a portion of the foundation's revenue for buybacks and burn. However, the most crucial priority at this stage is to bring all of the Web2 users into the service and generate real revenue from them. So everything we do in Kaya Foundation is actually ultimately to create value for the Kaya token. All of our core products, services will aim to implement specific flywheels that would actually contribute to the value creation for the kayak token. So I hope that answers their question, because I think it's a big question that they had to ask. So I hope that clears out a few things that they wanted to verify.
Yeah, for sure. I think like end of the day, people love burning tokens, lesser supply, higher price point, and so like these
Mhm.
are things that people always want to ask. If you're in the so guys, if you're in the community, you gotta ask questions. If you don't ask questions, you'll be losing out in terms of knowledge, and it's always best to attend town hall. And
Yeah.
look at my face and look at her face because we are here to answer all of your questions. Okay, one final pick. Let's go.
Woohoo!
500. I'm
Stop.
100. Okay,
Oh,
today we got 500, 150, and 100. So congratulations. You still won something.
wow.
Okay, the third question and the last question is this. Recently, stablecoin have been recognized as a next generation growth driver, leading several blockchain networks, including Plasma and stablecoin focused mainnet, as well as Arc Tempo, GCUL, to actively build stablecoin centered ecosystem. In this context, how does the Kaya team analyze and assess the strategy and structure of these competing mainnets, and how does Kaya plan to differentiate its own
Yeah.
stablecoin strategy in response to this growing competition? Oh shit, it's intense. It's intense. Tell me.
So we actually completely agree again on this point. Not only global IT companies, but also stablecoin issuers have launched their own mainnets, right? This proves that stablecoins are no longer just a trend, but it has become a global standard. We see it as both a challenge and also a tremendous opportunity. We are building a stablecoin orchestration layer. Don't forget that. Not merely issuing stablecoins, but providing users with a layer that integrates on ramp, off ramp, liquidity, and an FX engine. Our initial focus will be on the Asian market. Major Asian countries are all preparing to issue their stablecoins. So that's why we're in talks with JPYC. We're in talks with IDRX already, and PH stablecoin is also on the talk. So all of these are trying to build that, and not sorry. Major Asian countries are preparing for their own stablecoins, right? So we are already in the discussions for with key stablecoin issuers in each markets, because each Asian market has different regulations, as we know, fragmented itself. We're from both Southeast Asia, but we have different monies, we different have regulations. We even use grab different ways, right? So it's in that simplest sense, it's everything is different, even though in an Asian company. So, Asian countries, we actually see the fragmentation as a greater opportunity by leveraging the line messenger, of course, the 200 million user distribution channel. We aim to actually still establish a dominant position across Asia. So this is why we're still holding on to that, and that's a great opportunity for us. So no one is doing this because it's a monumental task. It requires a lot of granular regional insights. So that's why it's really great that a lot of the people that are working for Kaya or we're partnering with are from different locations, and we get all of those different insights. So it helps Kaya to be able to accumulate and establish over the past 7 years to growth in the region itself. So we'll be the first all encompassing stablecoin infrastructure layer in Asia. So this is something that we're very proud about, right?
Yeah, and guys, I mean, just look at the updates. Tons of partnership with Falcon Finance, with Tokopedia, with partnership in Philippines as well. So there
Mhm.
is tons of stuff happening, And I feel like, in terms of working with regulation and stuff, all of this takes time because things in Web 2 move extremely slow when it compares to Web 3. And this is all of the updates that we got to give you today. All right. Whew. This is actually tons of stuff because usually we have guests, and today no
Yeah.
guests. We got a solid 45 minutes, and so you know that it is epic in terms of all the things that you guys are doing. Hopefully, next month even longer, and it
Yeah.
just shows that the team is out there doing so much in terms of on the ground, online partnerships, and everything. All right, before we wrap up today's town hall, Katrina, is there anything that you want to add on before we say goodbye to the beautiful people here?
Yes. Number one is stay tuned on our Twitter accounts, of course, because there's going to be more updates in the coming month, which is November. So Movember, so moving up. So we hope that we can get more of the people excited on what's happening next for Kaia. And don't forget, Asia's future is stable. So that's why we're building the orchestration layer. And keep remembering that Kaia stablecoin infrastructure, stablecoin orchestration layers, stablecoin orchestration layer. That's going to be us.
Stable
That's Kaia.
orchestration layer. Okay, guys, once again, thank you for tuning in. We do this every end of the month on a Thursday, 9 p.m. Hong Kong time, which is this time round. So if you want to hear, just spend 1 hour of your time or less than that to hear everything that's happening on Kaia, this is a particular section that you guys got to join. I'm Puke. This is Katrina. Until then, see you guys next month. Take care. Bye-bye.
USDT is now live on Kaia, the affiliate blockchain of Line, Asia's leading messaging and social platform with over 200 million users. This launch brings stable digital dollars into the Line ecosystem, enabling fast, secure transactions for gaming, rewards, and decentralized apps. USDT and Kaia, powered by Tether, trusted by millions.